YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Attila on the Himyar campaign. Got a lot of Sassanid troops up here still. Can this army really not move? Why can't that army move? Action points. I don't understand why they don't get any action points. That's really irritating. Well, since that army doesn't get any action points, I think I'm just going to go ahead and move this one up and attack Edessa and auto-resolve this so that the two can support each other. So we'll leave Antioch exposed, but this will allow me to keep this army from getting completely destroyed by Sassanids, and we need to get rid of some of these agents. The agent spam is real. There we go. See if we can use those champions to help out with that. I had another army nearby, but I've now moved it over here to support in this region, so we're just going to have to make do with what we have for now, which I don't think will be too terribly bad. I do want to go ahead and get down here and resettle. This is going to take away a ton of my men, but it's going to allow me to kind of start getting this settlement built back up. We'll cover Ctesiphon with this other army until that one gets retrained, and eventually that'll be a very fertile, very useful province. From it looks like we can upgrade all of our guys here. Let's take care of that real quick. Yeah, there's some kind of armor or weapons upgrade here I'm going to take care of before we trash anything going on here. Fruit plantation. Now, why would the fruit plantation not give us... How does a fruit plantation spread squalor? Oh my gosh, the rotting fruit, the bees. This is one thing I actually enjoy about the new DLC, is that, I mean, this is nonsensical. That a fruit plantation spreads squalor. I mean, I just don't understand it. Like, if you're gonna build a palace or a coliseum or like something that attracts the underbelly of society and, you know, all that other kind of stuff, good, great. Maybe if you have like a big livestock farm, maybe, because you got poo everywhere or something, I guess I could see, like a pig farm or something. But I mean, this kind of stuff is just nonsensical to me, like just completely nonsensical. So some of this stuff I really don't miss when it comes to being gone, like I said, in the new DLC. So does not make the least bit of sense. Really needs to have been addressed. So I'm gonna say this, like, the new DLC is pretty fun. Is it worth $15? I think it's worth $15. For me, $15 isn't very hard to come by, and I really don't feel like I'm missing anything for my money in the DLC. Now, if you're a little stingier with your money, or you know, you just feel a little differently about it, maybe you ought to be more careful and wait for a sale or something like that. Great. My biggest problem with Attila right now is not with the Age of Charlemagne. I actually really like the Age of Charlemagne. It's with a lot of the things in the base game that they just have done a poor job addressing. They didn't fix the shield wall bug. They rebalanced cavalry, but there's still massive impact damage. They didn't really address it properly, and I mean, there's so many other things in the campaign that needed to be addressed that just didn't, and they've had a long time to do this, and so I mean, it's starting to get a little bit frustrating. Attila is a good game. It's fun. I think especially if you find it on sale, it's certainly worth your money, but there's all these little things that keep it from being a great game, and so is the case with so many of the Creative Assembly's games recently, that they're very close to being a great game, and they just stop for some reason and don't go all the way. And that's my biggest frustration with Creative Assembly. It's not the type of titles they're making. Yes, their DLC makes me mad sometimes, but it's not even DLC that really gets on my nerves as much as just finish it. Make it right. Go the extra mile, put that in. And like I said, there's some promising stuff I've seen with Warhammer as far as what they've done in the campaign map and quests and mechanics and all other stuff, but then there's also negatives too. You know, we've had the DLC, and then some people are saying that the faction rosters aren't as big as they should be. I'll have to take your word for it on that, because I don't know. I don't really know the Warhammer universe at all, so I can't tell you what the faction rosters are supposed to look like. You would have to tell me. Look at this, these Garmantine swine trying to get around me and pull this off. And they defeated me too. I'm going to catch up to them on this turn, and I'm going to put these guys to the sword like they've never been put to the sword before. Holy crap. And it looks like they've got an army that's gotten around me too. I'll have to use my navy to try and protect my coastal cities.
Ready for battle.
A hostile agent was successful. Iran settlement sacked at Peritoneum, so the stupid Garmantines got around me and sacked my settlement, costing me a pretty good amount of money, because they just continually run away from me with their fleet, and they're going to do the same. But it looks like I'm going to catch them here. They've got 3 artillery ships of their own. I'm going to auto-resolve this because I feel like if I fight it, I'll probably end up doing worse.
It is an honor to serve.
These guys replenishing. So yeah, here's the Garmantine army that's now behind me, and that's irritating. I'm going to have to bring this army back to head them off while I continue towards their homelands.
Laying siege to the settlement.
Yeah, so we're very close to Sidamus, and we should be able to finish off the Garmantians once and for all, as they are a bunch of ridiculous chowderheads. I'm going to move back over here to Antioch to help hold it down. And I'm going to take this army up here inside of Edessa so that we can retrain. So those 2 armies are in good shape. I can hold Ctesiphon, and these settlements are being rebuilt. And I think the question in my mind is what I should do about some of these Sassanid settlements back here. Part of me wonders if I should just hold here and maybe try and wrap up into Asia Minor, get rid of them here, so that we can then push them to the east. So I don't know, we're going to have to kind of figure that out, because we're going to have to put an organized push together on them. Let's get some stuff built here. The courthouse. I'm going to go to the public baths here. Let's drop the food trader, and it looks like we can overcome the squalor of the... I'm trying to think what else I should build here. We should probably build a religious building, especially since we have a lot of extra food because of the fruit farms and the other stuff. Also, Rhene is a pretty fertile province too, so it'd be a good place to build a high-tier religious building to kind of help convert the area and keep it converted for public order's sake. Got some unassigned skills that we can handle here. See, this is the governor, public order, authority. Just gonna keep unlocking more stuff. So I got a champion who's leveled up. Let's make him better at military training and assault on a foreign character. So that'll be the most helpful deals, I think. I mean, our Himyar kingdom here is looking pretty stable, as far as I can tell. Oh man, that's another thing. Hey, while I'm griping about things that need to be fixed in the Chile, the climate change. The climate change, and some of you have argued against this, and I'm not trying to say this to be mean, but I feel like you couldn't be more wrong. The climate change is just straight stupid. It affects every province, north to south, equally. And that just doesn't make sense. Like, it just doesn't. That's another thing that needs to be patched. The climate change should not affect the Nile Valley the same way that it affects Scandinavia or wherever else it's going to be taking place. So that to me definitely needs to change. Look, the Sassanid's going to attack me here. Let's go ahead and fight this. So I don't like that. And if they worked on the public order, and the reason why I don't like the squalor penalties, I could deal with them because you can build things to kind of pull it down, but what it does is it ends up making every province essentially the same because of things you need to build. I have to build farms. Okay, well, I need the farms. Well, they're going to spread squalor. Well, why? It's an orchard. Well, who knows, but it's spreading squalor. Well, now I got to build this bath here. well, if I'm gonna build that bath there, then I need to, and it's just like this constant, like, you end up building the exact same crap in every settlement. And I think that it just kind of gets on my nerves because you can't diversify settlements. Oh my good gosh. Shut up, Cortana. I gotta turn her off real quick. She's absolutely driving me crazy. Let's see if we can find the settings. Alright, Cortana is officially off. Good. I do have some Bastion onager that we could potentially use. They have a ton of onager of their own, so I'm not really going to try and fight these guys at the wall because I don't want their onager to do tons of damage to my men. I'm actually going to kind of sit back at the victory point. And then cavalry-wise, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do with my onager. I'll leave it over here. I'll kind of block a couple of paths to it. Let's see. I've got these cheap garrison units. I'll probably put them up here to see if they can draw some onager fire. And then these cheap cavalry, like these cheap garrison cav, I might leave them hidden over there. See what we can accomplish. Otherwise, let's put our cav clear back here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna let my artillery fire away at the enemy artillery. Whatever damage we do is gonna be great. They will destroy my walls and all kinds of stuff because they have a ton of onager with plenty of ammo to get the job done. So you can see there's already a wall down. Like I said, though, I just want them to go ahead and use up their ammo.
A breach! The walls are compromised!
Because once they've used their onager ammo, these guys have nothing left.
Ready for battle!
Yeah, they're going to easily destroy my fort walls.
Warriors, eager for blood! Dark tidings! Enemy forces have destroyed the gate!
Yeah, that's not as bad a tidings as you think. Are you gonna fire? I guess my onager crew's waiting on Christmas. Yeah, they're using an excessive amount of ammo at busting more holes in the wall, and it's not gonna do them a lot of good. They've already used almost half their onager ammo, which is good. That onager crew got destroyed there.
Ready for battle!
Now they're going to go ahead and start firing at my cheap spearmen. This is good. Maybe trying to hit my tower here. It's at 50% damage, so they'll probably get it. Could be firing at my onager crew here. Very well could be.
A tower has been destroyed!
Yep, they got my tower.
The
Okay.
enemy has been sighted!
Now that they've used up pretty much all of their onager ammo, I'm going to move up some Balta defenders to defend choke points.
What are your orders?
Get my slingers down to help support if needed. Just gonna let their Svar. Ooh, that's mercenary Svar and Cav. Yeah, we're gonna let them do their business.
It's an ambush!
We could take all this cavalry out here as well. Leave my general where he's safe.
Infantry at your command. At speed.
Let's just kind of use these guys to blockade certain parts of the battlefield. Let's get some slingers to... Let's come over here and blockade this. Ah! I didn't get up into, didn't get into shield wall, unfortunately, against their cavalry that's inbound here, but I'm gonna shield wall over here. Once I'm certain that their onager has used all its ammo, we'll make our next move. Let's bring more Balta defenders over here. I'm gonna move my Balta defenders into position here. I don't think their cavalry will get through me. Balta defenders are not very good versus cav, but it'll be okay. Their mercenary Svaran cav is basically the scariest thing left that they have in my mind. They have moved their onagers forward. Let's take this garrison cav. Go see what we can do here. Let's pull the desert hurlers back up here. Yeah, my defenders are holding the line there, and they're going to hold the line easily here. Start moving these guys around. Still some ammo on their onager. Let's go see if we can catch them, and I'll see if we can come in from behind with our cavalry and pin down the mercenary Svaran cav within the settlement. The mercenary Svaran cav is shooting at me right now, and even in shield wall, it's killing my Balta defenders fairly effectively. And if I turn around to go stop it, or like to run away from it, it's just going to be worse. So the best thing to do at this point is to just absolutely bring our cavalry around and pin the Svaran cav before it shoots my guys to death. These guys are taking some pretty heavy damage here from all this cavalry, which I don't exactly understand because that's not particularly great cavalry. We're gonna shut their onagers up here too. Alright. Dang it, they have spearmen back here too, so it's gonna be hard to get to their Svaran cavalry. But I think that since the Creative Assembly didn't properly patch cavalry here, we should be able to crush their spearmen if they come out here in the open. We managed to get rid of their onager. Svaran cav. Oh crap, my cav is under fire from the Svaran cav. We're gonna have to just pull away. Anything that Svaran cav shoots at essentially is going to die. The enemy Sabran Sardar is charged into my Balta. So this is what I'm talking about. My Balta defenders were in spear wall, got charged by a Sabran Sardar, and it killed 30 of them. So yeah, I mean, clearly nothing substantial has been patched when it comes to impact damage, which was one of the big things that they were supposed to have corrected. I'm going to bring my own general in here to help stop the Sabran Sardar. I'm going to chase off these Svaran cavalry real quick. I need to get to those Svaran cavalry, but like I said, I just can't at the moment.
We are at your command.
It's just sitting there unloading. I did pin it down here, but with all the spears around, let's see if we can do some damage to those spearmen. We'll see how broken cavalry still is. I think it's not going to work because I'm charging uphill, but we'll see. We got a pretty clean charge there. Yeah, we have got to get to these Svaran cavalry. So I'm going to risk just charging straight into all these spears. We're actually killing the Armenian spears while on horseback. And it is allowing me to shut up the... no, some of the Svaran cav just backed up and continues to fire. If we can rout that spearman... Look at their general holding out over here against all these infantry units. Let's come out of spear wall over here and push from this. We're gonna need to throw another unit in. How are my Balta defenders losing to this over here? Get in there. If we can get at these Svaran cavalry over here, that'd be really nice. My cavalry just needs to hold out a while longer, and it should, because it's got the health to do so. But, I mean, that Svaran cavalry is just absolutely wrecking my guys. Just charge through the stupid onager. We've got to stop that Svaran cav. I mean, that stuff is just wickedly insane. Look at that! My guys are just almost completely dead by the time we even catch it and stop it from firing. Savrin Sardar refuses to die, engaged by a chieftain and 2 infantry units. He's racked up 56 kills. Okay, we got a little bit of a break going back here. I managed to rout their spears, basically charging them straight on with infantry. Killed the Sogdian warriors. Looks like we're gonna finally get this taken care of. The Armenian spears are just incapable of killing my cavalry, even in prolonged combat. Unfortunately, my Himyarite Shotalai is doing okay here, 60 kills. Svaran cav is holding on quite nicely. Golly, that Sardar just will not die.
The enemy are losing ground.
This Persian camel raider is gonna actually get a ton of kills due to impact. Try and do a shield wall. Okay, break out of there and get him. I'm gonna lose some of my cavalry here too. Okay, just ignore him. Get over here. There we go. Just ignore all the spears. Just push through this crap. Those Kurdish archers are actually pretty decent in melee. They've got 40 attack stat.
Our men have given up and are running for
So,
their lives.
Savrin Sardar still alive against 3 units. Finally died. So this ended up being a far more costly battle than I would have liked, but there we go. Beat the Sassanids out. Those Svaran cavalry, man, I have got to get some of those hired for myself. How do you like those armored Himyarite Shotalai? Camels greater than spears. So yeah, and that's after the patch. After the patch, folks. So again, we were told that impact damage has been changed and not to just be counting on it. Yeah. I charged uphill into spearmen and defeated them easily with a camel unit. So, see what else the Sassanids do. Like if they're just going to do some agent play, they have a whole spam of agents over there we're going to have to try and get rid of. That's going to be about the only thing they can try and do to slow us down, is just to throw agent spam at us. I need to train out as many of my agents as I can to get over there and try and keep them busy. Looks like we've beat a lot of their onager spams. Garmantians are going to try and siege Ptolemais, but they won't succeed because I have an army that will march there and stop them. So we should be in good shape here. Success, critical success, success. Holy crap. The agent spam continues. I think they killed one of my champions over here too. This is another thing that was corrected as they released the Age of Charlemagne DLC. The agents were kind of fixed in it, but rather than also fixing the agents in this campaign, they just left them. So again, I don't know, like, I don't mean to just sound like I'm spending this whole video bashing on Creative Assembly, but I think they've earned it in this case, and it's stuff like that that it's like, why do you fix it in the Age of Charlemagne and not just backtrack it? Just backtrack it into the other one. It doesn't make any sense not to do that. So, I mean, if you're going to take the time to change all this stuff, just change it in general. Let's see. Campaign spotting chance for commander's unit. Enemy morale -5. Local region. Superior Lorica segment. Don't really need that. Chainmail shirt. Shields. Campaign movement range might be nice. Okay, there we go. That'll rack up a little public order in this province too. So managed to keep all our units there, which was a blessing because we got pretty beat up in the process. Let's see, agent wise, we need to get more agents recruited, so let's just, we got a lot of stuff we need to do, to be honest. Let's take some of these guys. What is he, a general? Let's take some of these guys. This governor, we'll put him here because that spot makes sense. Just a statesman, so we don't need to put him anywhere. Zoraz, we can put him at the master of the guard. Or would he be better here? Let's go ahead and put him up there. Here's my faction leader. He can't serve in any of those apparently. Throw this guy in master of infantry. This son's about to come of age, which will be nice. I think that guy is going to have struggles getting married. Let's go ahead and throw some of these guys into position. Then we have a lot of daughters over here. I've got a pretty messed up family tree. Alright. Oh, I really came in here to look at agents. So we still have 3 of 3 champions. We don't have any spies though. And we could have another priest. We need to build a Himyarite Torah shrine. Infantry quarters. Probably need to go ahead and get the bazaar. So from the bazaar we can recruit spies. We don't need the cavalry corral. We've got a military jetty. Let's swap that over to fishing jetties to help support food. We'll put a sanitation building there. We don't need... Actually, let's do that and then just tear this one down altogether in the town too. Alright, let's go get rid of the Garmantines. I've been waiting way too long to finish that. And I want these guys deader than dead.
Ready for further orders.
Oh, they have an advantage, do they? Well, let's see them push it.
None will escape.
Consider yourself encircled. So, let's see what they can do.
Orders, my lord.
I'm gonna go over here and chase down that Garmantine army. Let those ships continue to replenish though. Let's bring them up here to the port at Tyrus. And how retrained is this army? One more turn and it's basically going to be ready to go. I'm thinking about raising Susa and then coming up here and capturing Arbella. And once we capture Arbella, the farms and stuff there should hopefully help the growth to get Ctesiphon and Mezhan rebuilt. So yeah, let's just worry about... Oh, yeah, we need to do this here too. Let's go ahead and get a waterworks here. Cannot network, thread maker. We can go ahead and... Are we negative in the food? You know, we got positive 90 on food. Let's go ahead and build the polo pitch, which is going to drive us up 30 more food use, but that should be okay. And then that way we can, well, I mean, I can go ahead and bump up to the Weaver. I'm just not in too big a hurry. Let's see, so Antioch is in our control.
Ready for battle.
Oh, my agent spam. Just get the rest of this stuff repaired, because it's a big giant mess. Taurus Shrine here also. And we'll just see if we can get lucky and clean out some of these agents. I don't think we are. Boost integrity there.
I live for war.
Let's upgrade this guy before we assault units. Don't really need that much. Harass army, sabotage walls, sabotage army. Call to arms could be handy eventually, so let's go ahead and do that. It won't help me
I am
with
your
this
champion, my lord.
attempted assassination
You expect me to do that?
that for some reason we can't do. Maybe it's because the other agents got him.
So,
Oh, he's already failed during this turn. Let's get the agent out of this stack to come over here and help against this agent spam. Okay, good. We've got to cut down on the agent spam over there. That is all the time I have for this episode. We'll be back on the next ones where we'll finish off the Garmantians. I'm going to try and go ahead and capture Arbela, and then we'll try and hit Amida and Nisbis, and so we'll have two very productive provinces within our control, plus access to, looks like Marble or something there as well. Hope y'all enjoying this. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.